Okay, every time a passenger checks into an airport, he crosses three borders: the legal border, the ethical border, and the physical border. And the one that can truly save a business is the one that we cannot see. Today we live in a world where business travels faster than regulation, and the consequences of missing those regulations moves even faster. That is why sanction and compliance are not only the checkbox, but the invisible safety nets that protect business, organization, and reputation. So for those who may not know me, I am Monika Chaudhary, the travel risk management strategist and operations innovator with 2 decades of experience in enabling safe, compliant, and robust compliance framework. My job deeply roots into enabling business to draft and build compliance framework and help them follow all the regulations. So to give you a brief, I would like to share some oversight story that will help you understand what sanctions are. So first I'll talk about an oversight by a banking firm that resulted into millions of loss for them. So this firm allowed a small exception to bypass a sanctions rule. They didn't perform the due diligence, the required due diligence, and that resulted into years of violations. People assumed, a different department assumed someone else might have checked, and that led to huge fines and job losses and reputational damage, because the violation continued for so many years, nobody noticed, and it resulted in deep fines. So the outcome, what was the takeaway for them was, sanctions not only a result of misconduct, they generate because of comfort. The second story talk about a crisis flight where an airline missed to understood the movement related sanction. So their travel department continues sending passengers to a restricted territory. When passengers landed, they were denied entry, and some were even detained. The airline has to spend millions on the emergency evacuation and crisis containment. So again, the takeaway, sanction policies are not on papers, they determine where a person sleeps tonight, right? The third oversight is related to a tech firm who lost a big client. So what they did, they contracted with a regional vendor, and before doing any due diligence, and weeks later that vendor was found on a sanction list. What resulted was their biggest client, they turned down their contract, not because of misconduct, not because of any misconduct, but because of association risk. So sanctions, your risk is not associated with who you work with, but who they work with. All these stories define that sanctions are not a result of industry failing, they are a result of assumptions. People assuming. So assumptions are the biggest blocker in compliant environments. Okay, so in today's world where business travel crosses physical borders every minute, it is our responsibility to navigate these borders with clarity, precision, and awareness. And if you find yourself to need any help, or you want any guidance with any regulatory program, and you want your travel programs to be more robust and compliant, you can connect with me. Thank you.